We should introduce the whole entire thing. It's going, by the way.
It wasn't a lot of water. It was just some.
No, it's all good. That's how we're introducing the part, by the way.
I spilled water all over the refrigerator.
Yeah, you should do that. It's all good. We're having some drinks, not non-alcoholic, but drinks nonetheless.
It's too early in the week for alcohol.
It is. I haven't really drinking that much this year, to be honest. I think I had one drink, one bottle of alcohol.
The problem with reviewing alcohol is after you do the review for one, you have like 5 others, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? I can give them to somebody, but
you could,
or I'll just drink them.
You could,
and they're not very good.
Oh, that's the worst. See, if you want to drink alcohol, it's usually preferable to have something you like. That way, you go through it eventually.
Yes.
Preferably not in one night, or you have like a buddy over to help share the burden, shoulder the burden.
It's okay. I'll drink them one at a time for the next month.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean that works. Yeah, I don't really drink a whole lot these days, which is weird because I feel like I should a little bit more, but at the same time, I'm good. I ain't gonna worry about it too much.
You don't have to.
Nah. I mean, like, I like to drink when I feel like drinking. Usually when I do a lot of, like, Let's Plays drunk, that's when I drink the most. But outside that, I really don't drink a lot.
I once had some beverages while streaming Euro Truck Simulator.
Oh, hey, drunk driving.
And I said, wait a minute, this is the worst idea. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this.
You're not, but I will say this. It's one of the advantages of playing a video game. You see, things you can't do in real life. I mean, technically you can't, but you're not supposed to. It's a really bad decision in real life. In a video game, it's like, go for it, you know? Like, here you go, real life simulation. Here's what to expect.
I was playing it, and in the middle of me playing, I was like, wait a minute. This is illegal if this was real.
It's probably illegal in the video game, but, I mean, it's not real life, so, hey, whatever.
It's definitely illegal. I said, oh, well, I'll just, I just thought it was hilarious. So I was I didn't even think about this.
Oh, it's great. Great.
I didn't even think about it. I was just thinking that I'm in video game mode and might as well have a nice little beverage.
Might as well. That's what I like to do whenever we do like Shovel Knight or God forbid Mega Man. Except with Mega Man it's a lot worse.
You should do Mega Man 2 on expert mode.
We did that.
I know.
We did that. It was completely unrehearsed too. See, that's the reason I start practicing before we actually go and do like a Mega Man part, just because I don't want another Mega Man 2 fiasco.
With Bubble Man?
No, that was actually surprisingly good. Okay, I don't remember it. See, here's the thing. I don't remember fighting Bubble Man. You remember it. I don't. I literally blacked out that whole entire experience. One moment we were at Bubble Man stage, the next we had moved on to somewhere else, and my consciousness just, like, kicked back in, like, while we were doing that. And I was just like, wait, we're done with Bubble Man?
It was very painful, because you sat there for a while and just kept dying.
I remember. I remember dying a lot, because, again, it was unrehearsed. I got really drunk, but that's in the past. That was a couple years ago, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But that said, we're gonna have to like start focusing on Mega Man 6 at some point. Probably in August.
Mega Man 11's coming out.
Yeah, we have to add one to the list. Which, goddamn, it's gonna be like 8 years from now when we get to that.
Yup. Yup.
So 2026.
Are you gonna buy the thing with the amiibo?
Well, we'll see what happens in 8 years from now.
The amiibo is extremely plain.
We'll see what happens in 8 years from now when we're on like the PlayStation 6 and what have you.
Yeah. I just saw the amiibo and it's really plain look. It's pretty boring.
Yeah. I saw the Shovel Knight amiibos, and some of them look really cool, but like King's Knight just looked really plain.
It's just his sprite, except like
Yeah, well, I mean it's an amiibo. I don't really do amiibos, to be honest. I have like one amiibo, and that's it. I have a Mario amiibo. It's nothing
I
special.
don't have I need a Mario amiibo.
Yeah, you want mine?
Which one do you have?
I have. I don't know if like there's generations or something. Are we talking like My Little Pony, where it's like Gen 1 amiibo?
Well, is it the Smash Brothers one?
Probably. It's the one where he has like his fireball thing coming.
That's the Smash Brothers one.
All right, it's the Smash Brothers one.
Yeah, I needed it for Mario and Rabbids Kingdom to unlock like a special weapon for Mario.
Oh, I don't know if that works for that. Maybe, I don't know. All I know is it's a Mario amiibo. Should work, right?
No, yeah. I have the Luigi one from Smash.
Oh, dude, I want a Luigi amiibo. I'll be honest.
That was my first one actually.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it works for that game. Any like Mario amiibo will work. Like there's a million of them. There's the 8-bit one. There's the Mario
cool.
Party one. There's the Mario Odyssey one.
Dude. Okay, so why haven't they released a Mario Party for the Switch?
It's got to be in the works.
They gotta be coming up with one. And I say this, I know that sounds like, oh man, Mario Party, another one, but I'm just thinking they should come up with one for the Switch because they don't have one. And maybe it's just me, but the Switch is a good party system. It's a good. I've had a lot of fun playing it with a bunch of my friends. I'm just saying, damn it, we need a Mario Party Switch game.
That was part of the commercial, or that was part of the trailer. Like the person takes their Switch to some rooftop party.
Yeah, I'm just saying we need a party game, preferably a Mario Party game for the Switch. Nintendo, get on that, man. I know you got the new Smash coming out, and that's great, but think of the casuals here.
I don't want no Smash Brothers.
I'll probably get it at some
I'm
point.
not. I'm dead set not getting the new Smash Brothers.
I could take it or leave it, and I'll probably take it, but I don't know. I'm not like avidly looking forward to it. I'm not like, oh my god, I need to get this. I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, that's cool. New Smash. I'll probably get it at some point. But I am more. It's kind of weird. I'm more just anticipating a new Mario Party. Just being like, I want to get a new Mario Party for the Switch, because that would be really fun if I just had a group of friends and we're all just playing on the Switch. Because I have
and they have online capabilities.
Yeah,
now, so maybe it'll work.
Even better, man. Even better. Don't they have like a service where you have to pay for it, much like PlayStation
it's coming.
Plus? Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah. So that's gonna happen, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it yet.
I'm not.
Okay.
I already know I'm not.
Yeah, I probably won't, but it's there. So my point is, more possibilities. Everybody, I don't know. I have nothing to add to this. I was gonna be like, everybody, notify Nintendo, tell them, let's get a new Mario Party. But let's be honest, Nintendo's just gonna produce that either way. So
that it'll come.
Yeah.
I have full confidence. If it's not called Mario Party, it's gonna be Mario Party like.
Yeah. I will say this though, if not Mario Party, what they should do is they should take the same concept except make it Pokemon themed.
Pokemon Party.
It'll be exactly like the mini games from the stadium, from Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, with the lick of tongues eating the sushi.
Yeah. Except just more like a Mario Party game.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, that shit would have been amazing had they actually made a full game just around that.
Yeah, I really like the mini games.
I'm not gonna lie, I think out of all of Stadium, as cool as it was and as awesome as it was, I think I focused more on the mini games whenever I had my friends around.
I certainly did.
And I know that that's kind of contradictory because it was just this minor thing that they added, but honestly, I wish they made a full game based around that because it would have been amazing.
I certainly played those mini games a lot. My brother liked the actual battle part, but I mean, I did the battle thing. I did the gym leader castle thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I played those mini games. I played them all day, and I
Actually,
could never
Oh, go ahead.
I could never beat the Voltorb Pikachu one
Yeah, I will
and the
say.
Drowsy one.
Yeah. Okay, the drowsy one was really tricky. I think the Voltorb one, I got decent. No, no, I'm thinking of the Pichu one.
I know how to do the Voltorb one now, but
Okay.
back then I was like, what? What do you do?
I was the master at the Metapod one, the Metapod
Oh,
Kakuna hard one.
the
Yeah,
hardened one.
yeah. I was so good at that one.
That's pretty fun.
I was so good at that one. My friends, I don't know how. I was just really quick when it came to hardening at the right moment. No one could beat me.
I like Clefairy Says.
Oh my god, I had to listen to the song the other day because it popped into my head, and it was one of those situations where I could not like get it out of my head until I actually sat down and went on YouTube and looked up a video, and I was like, yeah. At the same time, I really wanted to, so it worked out.
My favorite part's with the squeaky hammer.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. See. I like hearing it on Expert just because not only do you get the full Clefairy song, which I don't know why it always makes me a little giddy just hearing that, but at the end of it, like you hear the NPCs just constantly getting like hit with the hammer. Yeah, it oddly works out really well in my opinion.
Boop 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 boop.
It's like that new adventure of Winnie the Pooh. You know the episode I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Squonky? Squonky?
Squonky? Squonky?
Anyone who can identify the episode we're talking about, you get a point. You get a brownie point.
And you'll get double points if you make a mod for Pokemon Stadium that replaces the sound with Squonky.
No. That's way too much work. I can't expect the viewers to do that. I don't even think we have viewers at the time of recording this, but who knows? It's good to catalog this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, actually there was one more thing I was going to add to Pokemon Stadium because there was one last thing I remembered aside from all of the awesome stuff you could do, especially the main reason why you got Pokemon Stadium. And that was the fact that they add the Game Boy Tower.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. Now, I guess it sort of defeats the purpose if you had a visual was it Visual Boy or Virtual Boy? It was essentially a Super Nintendo cartridge where you could put Game Boy games on it.
I didn't have that.
I bought one years later, so I have that, but I don't think it gets any better than the fact that they added this little attachment for the controllers where you could plug in your cartridge of Pokemon of like red, blue, and later gold and silver. Well, red, blue, and yellow for Pokemon Stadium. One. Yeah. And then later on, I think it was gold and silver, and I'm not sure if crystal was an option. I think it was, but I don't remember.
Wow. If you ask me this weekend, maybe I'll set up the old... Oh, wait, I think my brother has possession of Pokemon Stadium, too. If I could check that.
Okay.
I could tell you I could check that, because I have crystal... I have the thing.
Oh, I do too. I have Crystal. I have Pokemon Stadium 2. I have everything, but at the same time,
You know what else that thing was used for, by the way?
What?
Mario Tennis and Mario Golf.
Really?
Yes, I used it for Mario Tennis. You could import your characters from the Game Boy version into the N64 version.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it had any other uses.
Actually, maybe not Mario Golf, but definitely Mario Tennis.
Okay, that's kind of cool, actually. I wish there was just an N64 cartridge that you could just like use as the Super. Actually, I think it was the Super Game Boy. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I wish there was an N60 cart that was just for that one purpose where it used the attachment so you could play any game, because that would have been awesome.
Later, they added that GameCube thing for Game Boy Advanced.
Yeah, actually, that one worked exactly like what I wished. Also, you could use it for Game Boy Advance games, and that was pretty dope.
When I bought my GameCube, I had the option of it was a bundle. It was like, I don't know, did you have KB Toys?
Yes.
There
was a KB Toys around, it was at the mall near where I live, but at the same time, I didn't really go to a whole lot.
Yeah, neither did I, but this is where I got the bundle for my GameCube.
Okay.
They said, okay, you get the GameCube, but you have a few options that come with the GameCube. I could have had the Game Boy player, Wind Waker,
Ooh.
the Metroid Prime game, and what was that one? Pikmin.
Wait, is that like the whole entire bundle?
No, you could have one of those four. And you know what I picked?
Wind Waker?
I picked Wind Waker.
Aw, dude, my brother. I
picked Wind Waker because, first of all, it was the first game I owned.
Yeah.
I needed a game, so I was like, all right, might as well pick a game. It was between that or the Game Boy Advance player.
Yeah.
I was really weighing on it because I wanted to get that other Legend of Zelda, Four Swords, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever used it.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. The odd thing is, I don't remember ever getting that one. I do remember the only experience playing Four Swords, and I think it was a different game because it was an added on bonus to the I don't know if you could say a remake. It was kind of a re-release of Link to the Past for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
But it had like this Four Swords bonus content adventure that you could play with someone else if you had like the link cable and all that stuff for the Game Boy Advance. I remember me and a buddy actually sat down and did it. And if you did this, it allowed you to access a bonus dungeon at the end of A Link to the Past that was added on into the entire game. So I got to actually experience that, and it was awesome. And I wish you could just have access to that in the base game because it was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was new content. I like A Link to the Past. It's probably my third favorite Zelda game. But that said, I think the Wind Waker is probably a really good choice because
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's my favorite Zelda game. I'm not gonna lie.
Days later, I ended up buying Mario Party 4.
Hey, I got that one too.
That came with a bundle too. That came with a control. That came with the wireless controller.
Dude,
that's my favorite one. That wireless controller was my favorite controller.
Mm-hmm. I will say this: the Game Boy Advance player probably would have been a good choice in hindsight because it's not something that you can easily access, or at least I don't remember it being sold where anywhere I had access to buy GameCube.
I'm checking how much it is right now I'm looking at eBay.
Mm-hmm.
It's about $50.
That's not too bad. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you made the right decision.
Yeah, I ended up picking Wind Waker because I was like, Four Swords isn't out yet. What if it's not good?
Oh, the Wind Waker was fantastic in my opinion.
Wind Waker was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I was a teenager when it came out. I think it was in 9th grade. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was a really stressful time in my life, and the Wind Waker was just like a nice throwback to more simpler times, being a kid and going on an adventure, and I really liked that.
I liked being a seagull.
Oh, that was fun.
That's what I would do for like hours, just fly around with the seagull and
you need to do that in order to get some items, if I remember.
Yeah, I think like some of the special things you need.
Yeah, some of the heart pieces.
I just flew around with it. That and I like to swim after the boat.
Yeah, I liked going on an adventure on the high seas. That was
That
awesome.
that was probably one of the highlights of that game was just sailing around.
Yeah, I will admit it's really awesome, but it can get really annoying just because things are spaced out so far,
Yeah.
and you constantly have to keep changing wind direction in order to get to those things. So
Yep.
it can get a little annoying every now and then. It's not without its flaws, but I still really enjoyed that game.
I still can hear the sound when you do the wind sound. Do do do.
Yeah, I will say this: the song that plays when you're selling,
Yeah.
that greatest song ever, just totally captivates the moment.
And
The great sea theme.
then fast forward many years later, you got Breath of the Wild with
Actually,
almost
when I said A Link to the Past, I think I'm gonna change third favorite to Breath of the Wild,
Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite Zelda game because it was
and
the first
that's
Zelda game that
yeah,
I said, yes, I must play this.
it's a
All the
really
other
good
ones
one.
like, Spirit Tracks. That's another one.
I never played Spirit Tracks.
It makes me lightheaded, so I haven't played it in a while.
The one that I keep confusing that one with is the Phantom
And
Hourglass.
yeah,
I,
they're like similar art styles, so I
yeah,
can.
well, I mean, it's very much in the same. I think it's the same Link from the Wind Waker, if I'm not mistaken, or it's in the same art style at the very least.
Yeah. Spirit Tracks. You ride on a train. You can make the train go woo woo.
Yeah, I think I
You
remember
actually
hearing.
you have to make the train go woo woo, or else you run over cows or something.
What?
Yeah, if you don't sound the whistle, you hit like cows and your train takes damage.
Ah, well, that
And
sucks.
like you scare things. They go moo and run or something. I can't remember exactly.
I got you. No, that's cool. It's cool. What was I gonna say? Um, I like the Zeldas. I don't care what anyone says. Zelda's pretty good. I'm currently playing Hyrule Warriors for the Switch because that got released, or it got
I had
ported to
that on
that.
I had that on 3DS
Yeah,
and I
they
didn't like
did
it.
have a 3DS version of it, didn't
It
they? Yeah,
it was garbage. The rendering was
I
terrible.
believe. Well, it was
The
made for the Wii
slowdown,
U.
yeah, the slowdown was atrocious. Like
Yeah,
I've played Dynasty Warriors games. I play 3 religiously, and that game has slowdown. But that's also the PS2.
right, right.
This is the 3DS. This is probably a little bit stronger hardware.
Do
You
you
think
think
it's
so? I mean, I'm just thinking it's well, the
slight?
original game was made for the Wii U. This is kind of like a port. It's kind of like the Smash. It's kind of was it the new Smash? Yeah, it was the new Smash. It was kind of like the port of that, which
Yeah,
not quite as good, but at the same time, you know, it's on the go, which I
I
give
have
him
that
credit
one
for
too.
that.
Yeah, I bought that one. I wish I didn't, but
You know,
it's
games.
all right.
Yeah, I give Nintendo credit, but at the same time, I think the Switch is probably the best way to go about that because
Yeah.
it's something made
Um,
to run all this stuff.
Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. I'm actually considering getting that again
I'm having a
because
lot of fun with it. There is like no slowdown whatsoever.
that's good. I had Fire Emblem Warriors, which I think is really boring, but
I'm not too familiar with the Fire Emblem. I know that's more your style.
it's pretty boring.
Well, I mean, it's a
That
tactical
might,
RPG, if I'm not mistaken.
well, I mean, I thought it would be like a match made in heaven with hack and slashing, but
Oh, okay. You're
it
talking
made it
about.
very boring.
I got you. No, I was talking about just Fire Emblem in general.
Oh, Fire Emblem in general, yeah, Fire Emblem in general's fine. I
Yeah,
like.
it's a tactical RPG, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and those aren't bad. I kind of dig it. Although my only real experience with tactical RPGs is Final Fantasy Tactics and the Advanced series.
It's. I mean, it's got. I mean, You might be able to pick up Fire Emblem Implied. I mean, it's not. I think it's less complicated than those.
Maybe we'll see. I might consider it. I might have to hang out with you.
Because like the Final Fantasy Tactics series, you got the jobs and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I love the jobs. That's
And,
one
I
of the
mean,
best parts.
And you could like change that and things, right?
Yeah.
But maybe not like warrior turns into barbarian or whatever. Not like that. Like you could switch like people's. Like if I remember, I played Tactics Advanced for like 2 seconds, and you could change like the one guy who was like. He was like the weird armadillo-looking thing. You change him from like a thief to a
mage
or something like that.
Yeah. You have a lot of options.
Now, Fire Emblem, it doesn't. I guess it can go like that if you.
Isn't it more like I want to say Shining Force, where you have the base unit and it's okay, but as you level them up, you can actually promote them into their next class, which is the better version of that.
It evolves them. Yeah. And a lot of classes have like a split tree. Like you got your little horseman who's on his horse, and he uses a spear and a sword.
Okay.
Now, when you get the ability to change his class, he can either turn into a paladin or I forget exactly what they're called, but the paladin can use sword, spear, and axe. But if you just continue on, cavalier, that's what it's called. If you make him go to cavalier, he can go from using B ranked or A ranked swords and spears, then he can use S ranked. But if you go the knight one or whatever, the paladin, he can only stay up to level A swords.
So
but he can also use axes, so he becomes more versatile.
Okay.
And with that class change, if you go with the paladin, he's not as fast as he would be if he was a cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also more tanky.
Okay.
You went with the cavalier, he's less. I mean,
he's like more offensive, whereas the paladin's a lot more defensive.
Yeah, and I mean, you can have like you get like so many horsemen in that game, so you could like have one of each.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. You're gonna need some meat shields, and you're gonna need some people that can really hit hard.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Same goes with the archers. Like you can make them like a super sniper. They can shoot further, or you can make them a horse archer that makes them run faster.
Mm-hmm. That does remind me a lot of Shining Force, which I don't know if a lot of people know about that series because it's pretty much long gone at this point.
Don't I have Shining Force?
Maybe. I mean, we're talking about a series for the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I'm thinking I have it up for the Genesis.
You might have it then. It was pretty good. It was.
Yes, I have 1 and 2.
It's pretty much just that in terms of like your units. I think the story-wise it's a little different, but that said, I don't know. I kind of want to Let's Play at some point. I
have Shining 1 and 2.
I kind of want to Let's Play at some point. I remember trying to actually get your characters up in experiences. It's a little difficult because basically you just have to keep on grinding in the same battle over and over and running away from it before the last unit dies. Otherwise, you advance the game in the next battle.
Oh.
So you just have to keep refighting the same battle over and over until your units are as strong as they can be. And also, promoting your units in that game, I remember the best way to go about it, because your stats and your level reflect how your promotion is going to go. So essentially you want to level everyone up to their max level as their base class and then promote them, because then they have the best stats available.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's very long, very tedious, kills the whole mood of everything. But the story was really good.
In Fire Emblem, you gotta pick and choose. It wasn't until the later games they added grinding levels.
Yeah. Also, isn't there like this big emphasis on relationships and
yep.
you get to pick your waifu essentially?
Well, I'm speaking specifically of Birthright and Fates.
Oh, okay.
So, not Birthright, no, Awakening and Fates, and that was you're the main character is essentially you. You name them.
Oh, right.
It's different in the fact that like other Fire Emblems, like the one that's on the Game Boy Advanced, that was just called Fire Emblem in the United States.
Was that the first one we got?
Yes.
Okay.
All the other ones are Japanese.
Right. Well, I remember Fire Emblem was a series we didn't really get for a long time.
Yep.
And then Nintendo finally decided to start having it come over here, and all the fans went nuts because.
Well, I mean, you put Martha and Roy in Super Smash Brothers. People are like, who the heck is that?
Well, that was probably one of the first exposures that we got, alongside with Lucas. And I'm willing to bet not a lot of people knew who Ness was. I didn't. Somehow, Earthbound kind of eluded me for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, once YouTube started becoming a thing, I watched a Let's Play of someone doing Earthbound, and I'm just like, oh, how did I miss this? Although the big thing about Earthbound is you tend to have people who are really into it. And I get how fandoms work in that sense. You know, I like certain things. You know, don't fuck with Final Fantasy VII. Digressing aside, man, I hope the remake's good. Okay, no, for release. I will never have the same feels for Earthbound that a lot of the other fans have for it. I mean, I think it's a great game. I'm just not really like, oh man, it's so amazing. I just don't have those kind of feels for it.
Which is kind of interesting since you like Lisa so much, and it feels a lot like a more mature Earthbound.
I think stylized, it's got the same essence as Earthbound, but story-wise and plot-wise, not at all. Oh, actually, no, wait. The humor-wise, I think you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, because there are a lot of humorous moments. Like, it's really dark.
Yeah.
For a lot of obvious reasons, but humor-wise, I think, yeah, it very much has that Earthbound tone where it tries to break up a lot of the really dark and serious moments with a lot of humorous, like, whimsical moments, even though some of that humor is really dark humor or really dry, but at the same time, I think it does kind of have a little bit of that sprinkled in, so it does kind of blend really well as you're playing it. Well, you'll have moments you'll laugh, and you'll have other moments where you just be like, oh, it hurts so much, I'm crying on the inside. Or sometimes you're literally crying on the outside. I did.
Oh. Well, what about, what's another game Super Smash Brothers introduced me to?
Marth Roy, let's see.
Well, Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Didn't know what F-Zero was.
I didn't really know what F-Zero was. So
it's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at it, but I like it.
I'm trying to think, what else did... See, Smash entered Mr. Game & Watch.
I knew Mr. Game & Watch was because I was really into Game & Watch Gallery.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't know what a Game & Watch was. Now I do.
I love Game & Watch Gallery. One of the first games I ever owned for my Game Boy Color was Game & Watch Gallery 2.
So, question.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this because in terms of video game history, I have so knowledge, and I don't know if you have more so, but did Game & Watch come out before Game Boy Color?
I think so.
Or not Game Boy Color, just the Game Boy.
Yeah, because
it was essentially like the prototype Game Boy.
There's a lot of... Game & Watch was not always specifically Nintendo stuff. Like, Nintendo had their, blanket over it, but, like, there was other people who made, like, games for it. Like, heck, I think it even predates the NES because they had a Zelda game on Game & Watch.
Okay.
It was really dumb.
Well, I'm just thinking it was kind of like a prototype Game Boy. In a lot of ways. It kind of like one of those Tiger electronic.
It was exactly
handhelds.
like the Tiger electronics, except the quality of these games were, I don't know, a lot better, but they're better.
I was gonna say they're still pretty basic. Like
they're really basic, and they're really monotonous, but like at least like the controls work.
Fair enough.
I wish I had a Game and Watch. I only got to play the classics through Game and Watch Gallery,
Mm-hmm.
which was great. Have you ever played one of those?
I have not.
What it does is there was the classic version, which you get from, Game and Watch
Mm-hmm.
game. But they also made modern adaptations of it, which was the same game except, with improved graphics. They use
Very
like
improved
Mario.
graphics.
They use like Mario and stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I do remember they tried to do a brief period where they tried to reintroduce Mr. Game and Watch because of Smash or something along those lines.
Mr. Game and Watch was featured in some of the galleries.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously because he's the character, but like in the museum aspect of like he would like introduce the game with Mario, like as introductions can go on like a Game Boy, like they're just kind of standing there
Right.
together. But there, I was like, look at this fella. Yeah, Mr. Game and Watch is cool.
Yeah. No, I can get into that. I mean, gaming history, as far as gaming history goes, it's definitely important.
Yeah, and you
But
could
then there
play
are some of those chapters that we try to forget, like the Virtual
E.T..
Boy.
E.T.
E.T. Well, that's not Nintendo. That's Atari.
Oh, okay. We're talking about Nintendo.
Atari is way before my time. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, my folks didn't even have one. See, my folks pretty much introduced me to the video games. Mainly my uncle, but my mom also.
My uncle too introduced me to video games.
Yeah. My uncle worked at Toys R Us back in the day, actually. That's how he got his hands on a lot of these things, and that's how I got to experience a lot of these things, and that was pretty cool.
All right. R.I.P. Toys R Us, by the way.
Yeah. Apparently, there's still one around where I am.
Mine's still open, I think.
Yeah, they're still
they've been
open.
They're just having their store closing sale for the
Pretty
last
much
2 months.
Yeah.
I went there like on one of their first few days, and I got what did I get? One amiibo or two amiibos? I can't remember, but I got amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
I got Ness.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess Toys R Us is still around. It's just kind of like we're selling everything. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah. So my uncle used to work at Toys R Us, and he got a lot of stuff for doing that, and that was pretty cool. He actually got me a Game Boy, like the original great Game Boy. That was one of the experiences I remember actually having with like Nintendo. But also he would like get all the Nintendo systems, and I got to play those. And I remember my exposure with like the PlayStation back in the day. That was all him.
What year did the Game Boy Color come out? Let's see. 98.
Yeah.
See, that was like prime time for me because like that's when I got a game. I got a Game Boy Color and I got Pokemon Red.
I remember playing Pokemon, the original Gray Brick. But I do remember I did eventually get a Game Boy Color. I think I still have it actually. I don't have my Game Boy, but I do have
I definitely have my Game Boy Color.
I do have my Game Boy Color. I have a turquoise one.
I have the clear one that's like kind of purple.
Oh, nice. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Those are kind of cool.
The only problem is it has no sound.
Oh.
Because my brother threw it.
Did he get mad at you or something?
No, I said, can you put my game... I was playing Game Boy outside. We were sitting on the porch. And I said, can you put my Game Boy inside? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he opens the door and throws it.
Oh.
I'm like, what? I could have done that. And I got mad at him because
I would too,
fell
man.
apart. Like it fell apart, like the back casing that holds the batteries, that flew off. And then the game was in it, and that flew out. And it got like a little nick on like the top right corner.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Well, you breaking it?" And he's like, "No, I didn't mean to." And now the sound never works. The sound will work if I plug headphones into it.
Oh well, at least you got that. But still, that would upset me, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then years later, he goes and erases my Pokemon Silver.
Oh.
But he made up for that. He made up for that.
Right,
he says,
right.
"Hey, he says, hey, let's see, a few months ago, he says, hey, remember when I erased your Pokemon Silver? And I said, yeah. He's like, here. He sends me this code. And I'm like, what's this? He's like, go on your Game Boy. Go on your 3DS. And I open it up, and it's a code for Pokemon Silver.
Yeah.
So he's made up for that.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I remember the Game Boy. I remember having a lot of fond memories with the Game Boy. I remember getting a link cable and having some battles on Tetris with one of my friends.
Oh man, the link cables were so cool.
Yeah, I remember playing some Pokemon with that thing. It was kind of dope.
I had the extra long one.
Oh, like nice.
Really long. I mean, it was like made by Mad Cats or something. But
Mad Cats.
It worked.
Yeah. Hey, that's what's important. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, obviously I had a Game Boy Color, and that was pretty cool. I think there was a small period where there was some exclusive games for that. They wouldn't work on the Game Boy, like the regular Game Boy or the Pocket Edition.
Yeah.
And they were a little odd shaped, but you knew what they were because instead of having like the typical shape of a Game Boy cartridge, I think they had a little bit of an extension where the indent was.
Yes.
Like a bump or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, I remember those.
I think those were Game Boy Color exclusive cartridges. I remember there was a period where I used to go to Blockbuster and they actually had like Game Boy Color games. I think Game Boy and Game Boy Color games like out where you could rent those. And that's how I got my first experience playing I think it was Oracle Seasons or Oracle Ages. I don't remember what it was. It was just one of the Zelda games for the Game Boy Color. And I remember playing those, and I got really stuck on one of them.
Did you rent Quest 64 Game Boy version?
I know, actually, because I did Let's Play. It's on my channel,
Yes.
and I did a lot of editing where I just replaced a lot of the music in that game with music from Quest 64.
Yeah, you put a lot of effort in those.
I'll be honest. All the tracks are pretty much just ported MIDIs of the Nintendo 64 version, and they kind of make your ears bleed. But no, I learned about that game because of doing a Let's Play of Quest 64.
Oh, okay.
I put a little bit of research into it, and I found out, hey, there's a Nintendo 64, or there's a Game Boy Color version of this game, and you know what? I think it's just slightly better just because there's more plot to it.
I referenced that game in my stream a few streams ago.
I have to say it because it's kind of become an inside joke between us. Chaz.
Yes.
Ba-ah-ah.
That's exactly what I said in my stream. I said, ba-ah-ah.
I'm sure none of the viewers will get that, but that's okay because it's an inside joke.
That video is gone now.
Yeah. But the memory will never die.
Yeah, no, of course, no, that'll be
the
there
memory
forever.
will always live on, in
But
just saying ba ah.
I did reference that in because I was streaming Stardew Valley, and I was like, "Oh, sheep, a sheep."
No, that's great. Oh, I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, that's all I stream anymore.
It's a good game. I love it.
Stop.
It's really addictive. In fact,
and now my girlfriend was watching me. She's like, "Oh, that looks fun. I have this game. Maybe I'll play it." Now she can't stop. It's a disease. This game.
Oh, you're gonna hate me, but guess what's playing as we're talking?
Stardew Valley.
Yeah, we're playing. That's the game. That's the music that's playing for this. It's probably summertime if I'm not mistaken.
Oh God, is it the tropical one? My favorite song.
It might be. I don't know, but that's the music that's probably playing as we're talking.
It's my favorite song.
I like a lot of the spring tracks. I like the summer. I like a couple of the summer tracks. One of my favorite tracks is actually the Secret Forest theme. It's a good track.
That often.
I do not want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it. I will say when you have access to the Secret Forest, which
I have access to the Secret Forest.
Okay, so you know the track then.
Probably. I mean, I can't visualize it right now.
It's fine.
If
I'll
I
link
heard
it.
it, then I'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll link it after this, but it's magical. That
I don't
and
spend a lot of time there.
yeah. Sam has that one track that I really like. I think it's his
Uh,
electrical or like his
that was his band for me.
yeah.
Xenon Chip 3.0. That was
Xenon
his
chip.
band. That was his band's name.
Oh, that's awesome. Xenon chip 3.0.
Yeah. Did you know that his band name changes per the style you choose for his band?
I believe it.
If you choose pop, they're called the Pelicans,
Oh, I don't know why. That just makes me cringe.
and if you choose the heavy metal one,
Yeah.
they call what do they call it? Goblin Crusher or something like that.
I can kind of get behind that. But the thing is, like, you have Sebastian on keyboard, and you have, I think, Abigail doing drums.
Yeah.
And
She
so,
did.
like, I'm just thinking, electronic kind of works really well. I don't really see the heavy metal unless Sam just kind of takes control of that.
Well, Sam doesn't play anything for half the song for electronic, which I was kind of sad about.
Yeah, it's basically all
just watch-
Sebastian.
It's Sebastian, and then Abigail starts playing the drums.
Yeah,
I kind of wish I went with the country one. That one's kind of cool.
and
But
I
that
wasn't a
definitely
huge fan.
doesn't. That doesn't suit any of them.
No,
None of them are.
no.
None of them are country at all.
I like to imagine the band practice meeting where you basically influence Sam, and so he's like, "Hey, that's a good idea," and so he gets Abigail and Sebastian together. He's just like, "So I was thinking, let's do a country theme," and based on Abigail and Sebastian's personality, I'd imagine, maybe because they have no balls whatsoever, but they're just like, yeah, whatever. But I can't imagine them going along with this very, very very happy-go-lucky or anything along those lines. Their personalities are just kind of like, no.
No.
Sebastian's pretty dreary as a guy. He's kind of on the whole emo.
He is very sad. He says, "What would it matter if I disappeared?" Like if you talk to him sometimes.
Yeah.
he'll say,
Well,
"Would
he
it matter
just wants to wants to move to the city, or at least that's kind of what he
He
says
wants
at the
to
beginning.
save up money.
Yeah. He just kind of wants to. He just kind of wants like his own space. He's
Why you
just
gotta
like he wants to
marry
be a
him?
hermit.
That's why you gotta marry him.
I don't
so
want to
he
marry
lives in your house.
Sebastian, man.
I might.
Well,
I might.
I think Elliot's a better choice in all regards.
Elliot's like 5th place right now for me.
Really? He used to be your number one.
Yeah, he's fallen quite a bit.
Oh wow. So you've really gotten into Stardew Valley a lot
Yeah.
more since we last talked.
1st place is like it's changing like every hour.
Okay. we're talking about dudes, right?
I'm talking about all of them.
Oh, okay, all the bachelors.
Everybody, bachelors and bachelorettes. I have not chosen to
Okay.
pick
All
who I
right.
want to marry.
So that's 12 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead last is Harvey.
Fair enough. I mean,
Screw Harvey.
he has a sweet mustache, but I gotta admit,
yes.
there's really not a lot to Harvey. He's just a doctor.
He's the most boring person in the whole game.
I gotta be honest. That's how I feel about Maru, and I'm just like, I don't hate her.
She's second to last.
I don't hate her, but same deal. It's just, what you do is a lot cooler than like who you are, which is robots. And you figure that'd be a good conversation starter, but she doesn't do anything with it. It's just you see her working on it. It's like that's really cool. Why can't you just be like, I'm working on a robot, yo?
She's second to last because at least she gets out.
Yeah.
Harvey is in his clinic, and then where is he? I have no idea.
He occasionally does like go outside, and you see him like standing by a pond or like staring at a tree.
Yeah.
But that's about it. And also, if he's ever like in his clinic or in his room, you can never interact with him because his whole building is based on clinic hours.
Yeah.
And that's
And his clinic hours are terrible.
It's like from 9 to 3 p.m., which
exactly
I'm
that's so
stupid.
For most of that.
I'm
farming most of that.
Yeah, I gotta say, why can't he just be open like until 7, just not at the clinic desk? Why can't his doors just be open? Because that's
Yeah.
kind of what it is for everyone else. Even Pierre's shop, which
Yep.
has like hours of operation, I don't know, like I think from 5 p.m. or something. Like you can still walk in like until 7 p.m.
Pierre's shop is kind of like a makeshift community center too, because there's
Yeah.
a church.
The only thing you can't do that's based around like his hours of operation is you can't enter on Wednesdays.
Yeah, that annoys me.
That is pretty annoying. I will say this though, if you do the community center,
My community center is already done.
because you said with Joja.
I bought everything.
With Joja.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't work. If you actually do the community center, like bundle by bundle and get all the stuff, and you close Joja, he'll be open on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
So that's the workaround there. But yeah, essentially, like that's the only thing that affects his hours of operation. Harvey, on the other hand, his shit is all based around the clinic hours.
Yep.
And that sucks.
And he's not even a good doctor, because I died once in the mines, and I didn't even go to the clinic. I was just... Maru came by, and she's like, "Oh, man, I found you in the mines. Are you all right?"
Oh, it does change. Okay, so when that happened to me, Linus carried me out of the mines.
Maru saved me, which is why she's not in last.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, though. I am a little surprised that Maru would be the one to actually get you out of there, because...
Me too!
Why was she down there in the first place?
She says something like, "Oh, I was looking for like metal for my components or something like that." I forget exactly.
I mean, she's gotta be pretty badass if she's like all the way down there to... I don't even know what level...
She probably is like a rate... I wasn't very far. I was...
Oh, okay.
This was like beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
I was probably like level 15, 16, 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it makes a little more sense.
I got swarmed by those stupid bugs.
Yeah, those guys are really annoying. It gets even more annoying the
Skull
further you
cave
go.
bugs are even worse.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Those things hit like a truck.
You've actually been in the Skull Cave?
Yeah, my furthest I've gotten was like 40 something.
Okay, so you actually did complete the challenge.
For Mr. Key or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Skull Cave doesn't have an end to it. It's always randomized, and you don't have like any sort of elevator that takes you down to a certain level. So that kind of sucks. But
you do have those pitfalls, which are nice.
Those are pretty nice. Also, the bugs do not die. I mean, I'm sure you know that, but they're
the slow bugs. Yeah, they don't die. But I'm talking about those green banshee things.
Serpents.
Yeah,
the serpents. Yeah, those guys are really annoying. They're scary, man.
They scare me.
Yeah.
And when they swarm you, oh my god.
Do you have the galaxy sword?
No, I have an obsidian sword.
Okay. I'm gonna recommend. It's a little difficult to do if you don't have the component because it is randomized. Do you have a prismatic shard?
No, that was the whole point of me in the Skull Cave.
Okay. I believe you get that from opening up Omni Geodes.
I haven't gotten one yet. I'll tell you that.
It's not a very high chance, but that's all I can really say. If you get Omni Geodes, just go to Clint, just like pry them open. Hopefully you get lucky and you get one, because if you don't know, you take that to the 3 metal posts in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Oh, the one all the way to the right?
Yeah, and then it transforms into the Galaxy Sword, and that's the best weapon you can get in the game.
Okay. If I get one, that'll do it.
Yeah. Don't give it to Gunther. Just do what I said, because they're not... It's kind of a rare item, but...
I don't even need to give Gunther stuff anymore, because I already got the sewer key.
Okay. Well, I mean, at this point, I think it's just for completion's sake.
Yeah.
As one of those things where it's like, I've run out of things to do in Stardew Valley. What do I do? Well, start completing the list that you haven't done yet. Like, catch all the fish. Get all the artifacts. Oh! Want to hear something completely crazy?
Yes.
So random little tidbit that happened to me in Stardew Valley. As I was playing it, I got I got the Dwarf Scroll 4,
Nice.
which doesn't drop very often. But I didn't just get it
Oh.
once; I got it twice.
That happened to me with Dwarf Scroll 2.
That one's not too bad to get. The fourth one is so ridiculously hard. I've had games where I've never gotten one.
Is that so you can talk to the dwarf guy?
Yeah, you have to get all 4 of them and then like donate them to the museum. And Gunther just gives you, I think, it's either like some sort of note or he just gives you the ability to read Dwarven.
You know, Gunther's a G, man.
Yeah,
He hooks you up with so much stuff.
he does. He gives you if you get an ancient fruit or you get the ancient.
I got the ancient fruit.
Yeah, the ancient fruit seed. He gives you like the recipe to make it, and let me tell you, those things sell for a lot. You just put them in your greenhouse and you just start growing them like crazy, and you make mad money doing that.
You know what I have in my greenhouse?
What's that?
Lots of coffee and lots of hops.
Hey.
That's that. I have a brewery.
Nice.
The coffee is fun.
Oh yeah, it grows like crazy too.
Yep.
I didn't get a coffee seed this time playing it. Usually I do whenever I'm just like exploring the mines, but
I bought it from a cart person.
yeah, I had to do that this time because it didn't get as a random drop. So I did that, and I was too late to plant it. So next year, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
I like hops. I really like the hops.
You do need them for that one quest that Pam gives you.
I like the hops. They're very good.
Oh,
They
I believe
grow
it.
every day.
Yeah,
They don't sell for very much. But
They
pale
don't.
Ale,
well,
pale ale is a pretty good.
yeah, I was gonna say you put them into the not the the keg, and you
Keg.
you let them turn into pale ale, and then if you want, I don't recommend it because I recommend actually doing this with like the ancient fruits, like the ancient fruit which you can turn into wine. But
Yeah.
what you can do with any alcoholic beverage or cheese is you can take that, put it into a cask which you have in your basement. If you have the basement, you have to
I don't have a basement yet.
yeah, essentially have to upgrade your house to get a basement, and you'll have casks. And with the casks, you can put in like any alcoholic beverage or any cheese, and it'll age it to iridium quality, which is the best quality, and you can sell that for a lot. It's all based on what your thing is.
Now here's a question for you, and this is I think I know the answer, but I want to know if you have it. When you take a hop, right?
Yeah.
Does it matter when you put it in the keg to turn it into pale ale? Does the quality of that hop matter?
No.
That's what I thought.
Because
So I was saving all of these gold quality hops
yeah.
because I thought they would make the pale ale better, but if it doesn't, then I feel like a moron.
No,
selling all
no.
normal
Actually,
quality.
what the quality of the item that you use determines is how much it sells for.
So I should have been selling these gold and silver hops and just keeping the regular ones.
Yeah, you could. I'm not saying it matters in the slightest. I'm just saying that's one way to go about it. The other way to go about it is just put them in the seed maker and get more from them. I'm not sure if the quality also gives you more seeds. I like to theorize that it does, but I don't think it.
I was gonna make a seed maker and then I lost power, so my stream cut out abruptly.
Oh,
So
I think you made a post about that.
perhaps.
Ah,
I was very upset.
I would
But
be.
luckily I just started that day, so I didn't lose a lot of progress.
But at the same time, it sucks.
Because now I gotta redo everything.
Yeah. Okay, so we're at the hour mark, and I'm gonna ask to call a brief recess to go use the restroom and what have you.
That is a good idea. I think I'll do the same.
All right, so we will be right back. It'll literally be a second for you viewers.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm resuming everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and now we're good. So
And I ate all my cookies.
Damn it, man! I'm jealous. I wish I could have a cookie. All I had was some vitamins and nutrition supplements.
These cookies, right?
Yeah.
They came in this big tin. A big tin. It was $5.
Oh man.
There had to have been at least like 300 cookies in this.
Jesus. I wish I could
And-
have a cookie. I'm on a diet.
I ate most of them. Not just me and my girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yes.
but at the same time, I mean, I'm jealous. Anyways, we were talking about Stardew Valley, and
Yes.
I think we got to this topic about best/worst girl, like off.
Yes, best girl, worst girl, best guy, worst guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I've already told you who the worst guy is.
Yeah, and you've also talked about the worst girl because you
Worst
said
girl is
Maru.
you know what? It's either her or Haley.
A lot of people don't like Haley, but I can understand the complaint. And I think I have said, like, as devil's advocate, she does get better as you level up that relationship.
I think I'm gonna go with Maru on that worst girl.
I'm sorry,
kind of,
man.
I'm kind of indifferent to Haley now.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, she's there, okay. I don't really talk to her.
Yeah, same here. I don't really talk to her. But you know what? I think our best, worst, or like our worst, like for both guy and girl, like coincide because it's like for me, it's Harvey and Maru also. It's like I don't really have anything against them. It's just they're really boring, even to like interact with.
I have nothing. Like, I don't want to talk to Harvey. Like,
Yeah.
I go out of my way not to talk to him.
I always am just kind of like, oh great, I get now in order to like I don't know get my relationship status up with everybody, I have to go level up with Harvey and Maru now.
I would rather talk to Gus than
I
Harvey.
would rather talk with Haley than with Maru. Cause even though usually when you start that relation, like that whole friendship relationship, she is really negative. At least it gets some sort of emotion from me. Than when I talk with Maru, which is just like, yep, that's interesting, Maru. You know, you have robots there. That's kind of interesting. She does have like one interesting or like two interesting cutscenes, but talking with her on a general basis. Just not all that great.
She's like, I bet you grow a lot of interesting things on that farm.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, here's a cauliflower. I know you love them. Okay, bye. And with Harvey, it's just like, here's some spring onions I found just walking about. And he's like, oh, that looks really good. It's like, yep.
I don't give Harvey or her anything. I don't even talk to them.
And that's fine. I mean, they're kind of just whatever.
I don't even see Harvey. Like I said, I don't even know where he is.
He's like either the clinic or if you're at the right hours, you see him just kind of like by a tree or by the river in the town.
That's like the only time I see him is he's standing by some tree.
Yeah. Oh, actually, on Friday evenings he does go to the pub.
Oh yeah. You know what he does?
He
stands
Part
on
of the
the
saloon,
one
I
edge.
guess I should say. Yeah, he's.
I've been calling it the pub this whole time.
Yeah. Because Friday nights, everybody or a lot of people tend to just be there.
Most of them do go there.
Yeah.
Except like Alex and Haley, they don't go there.
Yeah, they don't. But I mean, like there are a few people. You see Abigail, Sebastian, and Sam just hanging out at the pool table, and that's kind of cool.
And Abigail comments on this. She's like, "Yeah, this is our little Friday tradition."
Yeah. No, I like it.
I like
the
it
saloon
too.
is a very lively place on Friday nights, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, I kind of, even though it's kind of sad to say this, it's like, oh yeah, my character's getting involved with the liveliness.
It's kind of fun.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. Even if it is just like in your head, I'm just kind of like, this is a cool place to be on Friday in Stardew Valley.
I mean, that's kind of how Friday should be. Like if
You're
you
right.
live in a small town, that's like how it should be.
It
like,
should be. Everybody's just kind of gone together. No, it sounds like a great thing. It kind of makes me wish I lived in a small town with like a saloon, because that would be the lively place to go on a Friday evening. Even though I would still be an introvert and just be like, here's the arcade cabinet. This is my spot.
Oh, that's actually kind of but then you would be the guy who plays the arcade games.
And I'd be fine with that, man. I'd be the gamer of the town. It's a good title.
And then yeah,
Anyway, so I guess all that leaves is the best.
see,
Best guy,
that's
best girl.
that's the hardest part because I don't
It
know who to
can be.
pick. It's
So,
been changing so much. Like I
all
said, it
right.
changes hourly for me.
So, based on this hour, who are you kind of like more siding with?
At the moment,
Yeah,
girl's Abigail right now.
that's a very fair choice. I
She's
think
got
she's one of the
my
top contenders.
but
She's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. She's like second for me.
but but Penny,
Yeah.
she's constantly knocking on that door.
She
I don't know
actually.
what it is. There, if you look at me personally and you look at Penny,
Mm-hmm.
we're like complete opposites. She likes kids. She's kind of bookish and kind of quiet, and I'm kind of an obnoxious, and I hate kids, and I don't know how to read. But I don't know. There's just something about her. I like her.
No, I kind of feel you because that's kind of how it is with me. You know, I guess when I say Abigail, like, I mean, she's like tied in second with Penny because there's something about her that's just like really charming, and it's just like, you know, I don't really mind Penny. She's kind of cool. Like, I don't really know if she's my type, but at the same time, there's something about her that just kind of makes you be like, oh hey, how's it going, Penny? Here, have a flower.
So I give her.
Yeah. No, she's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Abigail, she's just like, all around cool girl.
Oh yeah, down to earth, just
Plays
like
plays drums.
Yeah.
She wants to go fight monsters.
she wants to go on an adventure. It's kind of cool,
She-
really.
She hangs out at the cemetery.
Yeah, she's kind of the polar opposite of Penny in every way.
Exactly.
But
She's
they're
got
both
purple
like
hair.
really good options.
She's got purple hair.
Yeah, she does. Again, polar opposite. Let's see. So best guy for you,
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Fair enough.
Sebastian.
Fair enough.
But I also really like Sam.
I'll, I don't
really
think
like
Sam's a
Sam.
really popular choice. So you're kind of a little more like unique in that sense.
I really like Sam.
And that's
I don't
fine.
know if I like him to like. I see. I go through this phase where I'm like, do I want to marry Sam or is Sam just going to be my homie? Like it's like that.
Yeah. Maybe you
Because
just gotta flip
he's like-
a coin.
He's like such a cool dude. He's a guitar player. He skateboards. He plays Dungeons and Dragons with you and Sebastian.
Oh yeah, he does do that.
Like he's such a cool dude.
Mm-hmm. He just seems really young, in my opinion, though.
Maybe he is, but
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, man. There's nothing wrong with
Oh,
that.
and he plays Game Boy. He plays Game
does.
Boy.
He does. Oh yeah, he does.
I forgot he does that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Sebastian, yeah, I get his vibe. I mean, I'm like, I feel like him and we could go, sit by the lake, smoke a cigarette, and talk.
With your Ricky Reds.
Yeah, exactly. We'd sit at the lake, we'd smoke Ricky Reds, and we'd be like, man, I hate pumpkin spice lattes.
They
Like,
taste
yeah,
like death. Not the pumpkin spice latte, the Ricky Reds.
the Ricky Reds.
They
yeah.
taste like death. For anyone who's wondering, that's another inside joke, but if you really want to know, go play Sometimes Always Monsters.
Oh man, it's
Always,
No.
sometimes
always
monsters.
Sometimes Monsters.
My
The
bad.
The sequel is called Sometimes Always Monsters.
Well, okay, fine. It's one of
the
those.
sequel's not coming out until like 2020. They already took down the Steam page.
Oh my god,
I was so disappointed when I saw it wasn't on my wish list anymore.
that is kind of sad. That's a little heartbreaking right there. But that's a topic for another day. So let's just
Yeah.
continue on with the Stardew Valley. So you just want to hang out with Sebastian.
I mean, I feel like him and I would be like a good duo.
Mm-hmm.
But
I can see
at
it.
the same time, I feel like he doesn't really want to commit to that kind of thing. And he probably likes Abigail, so I feel
I-
bad.
Don't really get that vibe. I think it's more like Abigail likes Sebastian.
Well, if you in the Sam's events, he's like, "Yo, I finally found a drummer for the band. Abigail's joining, and Sebastian really wanted her to be in the band."
Yeah,
That's
but then
that's
again, they needed a drummer. And who are they gonna turn to? Haley?
no Maru.
Why would no? Sebastian would never want Maru in his
He
band.
doesn't.
I mean,
Um,
they're related for one. They got like the brother sister thing, but also like he kind of has this thing where he okay, so Sebastian is Robin's son, but he's not related to Demetrius.
Demetrius,
Demetrius is his stepdad, and so I'm willing to bet he's kind of got the psychosis where he kind of thinks that he's from this failed marriage, so in turn, like, he's kind of a failure or he's kind of unwanted.
Yeah.
I get this vibe. I don't know if that's actually how it is, but
And no, I can see that, and I think he says something like, "Why do they always cherish Maru and not me?"
yeah,
or
yeah. So there's no way that he would want Maru to be in the band in the slightest. In fact, I'm willing to bet he's against Maru even being anywhere near him.
They don't really hang out anywhere together.
They
besides,
don't.
I think they may be at the same table at the Christmas thing.
Oh yeah, because that's family.
Yeah.
Really, the only
But-
person who is like Maru's friend is like Penny and Harvey.
Yeah, Penny and her sit together.
Yeah, they're always hanging
bench.
out quite a bit.
And Harvey and her,
They're
don't know.
coworkers.
They got they're coworkers
Yeah,
and
actually,
don't even-
Harvey. I think Harvey does have like a small crush on Maru, but Maru
they
just
dance
doesn't.
together.
They do, but like, I'm pretty sure Maru doesn't have the same feelings for Harvey.
I think she's more into her work.
I think so. Well, her and her robotics, which is kind of cool. And of course, Demetrius is all like being like the parental, like, so you're hanging out with my daughter, huh? He's being overprotective dad.
Yeah. See, I don't hang out with either of them that much, so all I get Demetrius is, most of the time when I talk to Demetrius, it says, Demetrius is deep in thought.
Yeah.
So I go, oh, okay.
I think Demetrius is a lot cooler than Maru, to be honest.
I got him for the Christmas present. I had
Yeah.
the Christmas present. He was that was my first one. I got him. And then here's another reason why Abigail's top, because she was the one who gave me a present.
Oh, nice.
I was like, it's destiny. I must marry Abigail.
Hey, more power to you. No, that's cool. That's cool. She's pretty awesome.
She got me a blackberry tart.
Oh, that's a pretty good gift. I'd eat that.
I'm keeping it. I'm cherishing it. Now, if you did that in real life, it'd probably go
Oh yeah,
bad.
absolutely. But this is Stardew Valley. Nothing goes bad. That's why I have the.
That is
I
kinda
actually
nice.
caught a legendary fish. I caught 2.
I also caught 2.
But I've never been able to catch legendary fish in that game, so it's kind of exciting because it's like, oh, I actually did it this time. Much like when I
caught
found the 4th Trust Scroll.
Which one did you catch?
I've caught 2, but the first one that I caught was the crimson fish that you find in the ocean.
I've also caught the crimson fish.
The second one that I got was the anglerfish that you find in the river.
I caught
in
the
town.
mutated carp.
I haven't caught that one yet. I do have access to go to the sewer, but I have yet to actually go and do that.
I'm hunting for the anglerfish.
You get it in fall.
Well, good timing. It's fall now.
Ah, okay.
So I think it's day 3 in fall.
Yeah, I'm currently in winter in my game, and I'm trying to go for, I think it's glacier fish or
Glacier
something.
fish.
And
yeah.
it's hard, man. That guy just does not want to be caught.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess technically all the legendary fish don't want to be caught, but this guy especially is giving me a lot of trouble.
I did get the mutated carp. That was fun.
Yeah. Now that's awesome. I have to get that one. There's one in spring. I don't know what it is, but I know it's
called Legend.
Yeah. I believe you get that guy in the mountain lake.
It's by the log.
Yeah.
I tried last spring, but no, I didn't actually really try that hard. I was doing a lot of other things, but I tried occasionally.
I'll try to do it on year 2 in the game that I'm playing, but not this one. This one is a whole different save file, so I don't know. What you're seeing on screen is basically all the progress I've done up to this point on year 1.
Now we talked about my top people. Now, who's yours?
I've already said it in previous parts, but I'll say it
You
again.
said like your top guy is Shane, right?
Yeah. Shane will always have a soft spot in my heart.
My girlfriend tells me, she's like, "Wow, you're a lot like Shane," and I said, "I take that as an insult."
But you're not. No.
Am I an alcoholic?
No, you're not. I mean,
Said...
you drink occasionally, I think, but not nearly to the level that Shane drinks.
The point where that thing happens in the rain where
wait, are you talking about his level 6? Oh yeah, it is his level 6 where he's like basically on the ground just being like super depressed, and it's a really good moment, but at the same time it's just like, no.
I don't think I hope I don't get to that point.
Yeah, I hope so too, because I don't want to be the guy that just like finds you at the edge and then you start giving me this really long sad sob story where I have to be like, what?
What is he sad about?
So the thing about Shane is he just has no goal, he has no ambition for the future.
Okay, maybe that's why she says I'm like him.
He's just kind of I think it's basically the stress of life, how he's got Jazz.
Yeah.
Who's his godchild.
Yeah.
Who's essentially his daughter at this point. And he's kind of like, it's his responsibility, and all he's doing is basically going to work, waking up, going to work, coming home, and the only thing that he finds solace in is like drinking. Like, it's a really depressing topic. The thing that I like, though, is that the player character kind of helps him get out of that.
I saved him from that ledge, my friend.
And it's a really good moment. I really like it. It really hit hard.
And it was the only time Harvey actually was useful.
Yeah, oddly enough. I mean, to say what you will, at least he is a doctor. And he's like, I'm going to talk to my friends at Zuzu City to like get him help.
Yes.
Put him on the path to recovery.
So yeah, I don't know. She says I'm like Shane. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to be like Shane.
I want to be like Alex, man. No, I don't want to be like Alex.
I'm a bit too far gone to be like Alex, unfortunately.
I think if anything, I'm still on the path to be like Alex, and that's terrible because I am nothing like Alex.
You should totally be Alex.
I don't want to be Alex.
I like Alex. He's not in the running for husband, but he's definitely bro.
I will say this. He has like I think one really good scene. I think it's his level 6.
Beach?
Yeah, the one at the beach, not the first one. I think it's the second one where you actually have like this moment where he's talking about like his mother.
Yeah.
And
that one.
Yeah, that one. That's a really good one. I really like that one with Alex.
Alex is my bro in that game. Like he's not on Jacob Taylor level, but he's a bro.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I will say this, like the romantic date that you have with him on your level 10, it's not as fulfilling as it is with like a lot of the other people.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably one of like Harvey's only good moments.
You like his date?
Well, sorta. I mean, here's the thing. Do you care about spoilers?
I don't know what his date is, so...
Do you care?
No, because I'm never dating that guy.
All right. If anyone else cares, I don't know, skip to about, 2 minutes or something. But, essentially, he arranges for, a hot air balloon ride.
Oh, okay.
And, the thing is, he's terrified of heights.
Oh, man. Maybe I'm more like Harvey.
But at the same time, he's like, oh, being here with you kind of negates all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it was good character development. It's like now he really relies on you.
Yeah, and I don't even find Alex that attractive. Is the thing, right?
Yeah, I don't either.
He's supposed to be the attractive guy, but I don't really.
Well, I mean, they're all pixely. They're all 16-bit pixels.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's supposed to be the hot guy, and I don't really see it,
he's the jock.
I find Sebastian much better looking.
It's the hair.
Which is It's the hair.
It's the hair.
It's that half smile he gives you.
Actually, to be honest, whenever you give him like his favorite item as a gift, he has a really good smile. But
That the
he,
eyes closed kind of
yeah,
smile.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I like that one.
he looks genuinely happy.
Yeah, I like that
That
too.
that is a good portrait.
But he has that same smile when you talk to him when he's playing pool with Sam. He's like, "Should I let Sam win?"
Nah. It's a good portrait because I don't know, he looks so uninterested for the most part.
He looks sad.
Yeah, he just
And
looks,
then
yeah. So actually seeing him happy is just kind of like, oh, that's a really good look on you,
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Now Sam is not very attractive at all.
He's
the
got
Goku-
DBZ
Go-
hair.
The Goku hair doesn't look very good on him, but his sprite is cool looking.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. He's kind of got the whole punk radical mentality.
Yeah.
He's the troublemaker out of the town. He's
Now the total opposite of Sam is
Harvey.
no. His sprite is disgusting, but his picture is nice. Elliot.
Oh, Elliot.
Now Elliot, his picture is fantastic. He's probably the best.
He's got amazing hair.
His hair, his portrait.
He's
is
essentially
fantastic.
Fabio.
Exactly, but his sprite is so black.
His sprite does not look like his portrait. Like he looks very robust in his portrait. When you see his sprite, he looks like, I don't know. He looks kind of like a dweeb with really long hair.
He reminds me of Dat Boy, that stupid frog on the unicycle or whatever.
He doesn't remind me of that. He reminds me of okay, this is kind of a long shot, but have you ever heard the game Brain Dead 13?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. He looks like the main character of that, and if I can find a photo, I will link it to you. But other than that, that's really all I can say. Like that's what his sprite looks like to me. I'll try to.
His sprite is so stupid looking. Like I see him walking, and he's like. Here's the thing I want to talk about Stardew Valley: the walking sound. It sounds like everybody has wet shoes.
Yeah, a little bit.
It sounds so funny. And I also like the eating sound. The eating sound is funny, like the like that squishy sound.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. There's this one scene with what's his name? Linus, where he takes you into his tent to teach you how to make wild bait.
I was really disturbed by that.
I was too, because you walk into it and then all you hear is the squish sound. I was like, oh god, Linus just killed me. He's gutting me as we speak. That's what this sound.
I was like, what's going on in here? What is he doing?
And I was just like, oh god, I'm dead.
And you know what he says? He's like, yeah, here's my special bait. I'd eat it myself.
Yeah.
You know what that bait's made of?
Bug meat and I think fibers, grass fibers.
Bug meat, fibers, and slime.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Why would you eat that?
Because it's all organic. Here's what I was talking about with Elliot's sprite.
Isn't slime like poisonous?
No, it's just slime.
Oh my god, yeah, he does look like that guy. There's Elliot.
He's not robust in the slightest. I don't know if I remember. Actually, I'm gonna save this so I can remember to post it into the whole entire thing. Where are we in time? 1 hour 23 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a mental note to post that on screen so everybody can see what I think Elliot's sprite looks like if it was actually portrayed. But anyways, that said,
You know who's a really forgettable character?
Who's that?
Emily.
Yeah, well, some people like Emily, so I would say
I think she's cool, but
she's a little out there, man.
I forget you can marry her.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I always felt bad for Clint because he has a huge crush on her, and he never really owns up to it. He kind of
Because he's
just,
a loser.
yeah, you just kind of cuck him if you decide to be like, I want to marry Emily.
Yep, he
It,
just
it,
takes it.
you just, yeah, he's just like, oh, I guess I lose. Good job, player character, you win. He's just such a cuck. He has no backbone whatsoever.
That's like the his one heart event too. Like he's like, yeah, I don't know how to talk to girls.
I think so, or it's like the one event you get, and then if you get, I think it's either like the 8 heart event or something with Emily where they're doing, I think it's close therapy or something like that.
I definitely haven't gotten that far with her. I've gotten the bird. That's as far as I got with
Okay,
her.
I think that's the 2 heart event, but later on, I'm just gonna say this: there is a scene where essentially Clint admits defeat.
Oh,
And it's like the biggest cuck moment that you'll get with that guy.
I don't like Clint.
He's kind of just whatever.
I don't really like him. He's on my he's on the F tier.
F tier.
Yeah.
Okay, so bringing it back because we just got digressed super hard.
Yes. Yes. Digress.
So who do you think is my favorite girl?
Leah,
Yeah,
because you said that many
it's
times.
super obvious. Yeah, no, obviously best girl ever. Total waifu material right there.
And she's all yours, buddy.
I'll take it.
Because I don't really care for her.
I mean, that's fine. I like her, dude, man.
But she's really popular.
She
I know
is
that.
really popular. I'm not the only one in like this mentality. A lot of people are. For me, it's because her backstory kind of aligns with the same for the player character,
Yeah.
and so it's like, oh god, how can I not, man? We have like the same ideology here. We wanted to get away from town, and it's like that hits me super hard. I like it. She also seems like a pretty cool chick. Not as cool as Abigail in a lot of ways, but I'd hit it.
Yeah. She always looks like she's burping to me. Like her portrait always looks like she's burping.
I don't really see that, but I think
Like
that's
her
fair.
happy face looks like she's like letting out this massive belch.
Next time I see her just like smiling, I'm gonna remember that. It's one of those things. Well, I will never be able to unsee.
It just always looks like she's burping to me.
Yeah.
I don't. And then when she has the phone, it's even worse. The phone sprite.
She's tough though. Her 10 heart event is like fantastic. I love it.
I got her art show. That's as far as I've
That
got.
is her 8 heart event if I remember correctly.
And I did that in town.
Mm-hmm. Now that's good. That's good.
And Demetrius is like, oh, this is my favorite thing. I'll spend 5 million gold on it.
I'll be honest. You do have 2 options, and much like Sam, depending on what you choose early on, does affect what that event will be. If you do, I think the art show is significantly better than actually doing like the online art shop. Her Etsy, essentially.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Basically, I will say the art show is significantly better because the whole town's getting involved, and it's like, oh yeah, they really are a community. It's awesome.
Mayor Lewis was very happy about it.
I would be honest. It would have been cool if we could have gotten some of the other, like, the visitors that come for the fair or something like that. Like
those unnamed people.
Yeah, it would have been kind of cool if we got, like, some outside visitors, like tourists, just happen to be there.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining the slightest. I still thought it was a good event.
Now, are you playing the beta version or no?
I don't think so.
Because the beta version has the night market.
The night market?
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
I did not know about this.
The night market is cool.
I'm unaware.
It happens 3 days near the end of fall. And it happens on the dock right by Willie's house.
Huh.
And what it is, there's a few boats that come there. One of them gives you he gives you free coffee. One of them takes you underwater where you can fish. One of them sells off-season seeds. And the last one is like this mermaid show that's really, really trippy, and it kind of scared me.
I'll have to take a look at this. I'm playing on console, so I'm not.
So you wouldn't be able. Yeah, this is on.
Is this the latest patch?
This is you have to go in the beta for this. The multiplayer. The multiplayer.
Okay. The multiplayer beta. Yeah, okay. I don't think I have those options.
Yeah, multiplayer is on Steam right now, but it'll be first going on the Switch of all things.
No complaints here.
But it's not. I mean, it's not going to PS4 or anything. It's going to the Switch first.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But what do you have Stardew Valley on? You have it on PC. I
have it on Steam and I have it on the PS4.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I play the PS4 version a lot, but we can totally do the multiplayer at some point.
You have access to the Vita version then.
That's kind of cool. I don't have a Vita though, but yeah. Yeah, the multiplayer right now is really, really buggy, but it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
It has a really bad bug right now. If you started a file not in the beta and then you go over to the beta, any gift you've already given to somebody will stay. So if you've given somebody 2 gifts for the week, you know how that works?
Yeah.
You give them 2 gifts, you can't give them gifts until next week. That's bugged that it will always be 2. You've already given them 2 gifts.
Huh.
So I've had like several characters I can't give gifts to.
So
like,
what you're telling me is go on the beta on a Sunday in your game.
Yes, when everybody's reset.
Yeah.
You can fix this, right? You can fix this gift problem if you give them a gift on their birthday. But you have to wait a whole year for some people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still waiting on Sebastian and Linus. And Elliot too. I've just fixed Sam and I just fixed Alex.
Okay, I got you.
It's really annoying.
I'd imagine. Because all you can do in order to raise their friendship is just talk to them.
Talk to them and hope that they have help wanted jobs.
Yeah.
Which Linus has not given me any.
I don't think Linus ever has a help wanted job.
And Sebastian, he wanted something that I definitely didn't have. I think he wanted like a melon. I wasn't growing melons.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna get a melon in 2 days' time.
But anyways.
Yeah, that's the big bug in the beta version that I'm having problems with. But I managed to get him to 8 hearts without gifts, so that's something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch it up here just first.
Yeah.
Because I feel
Switch it up.
Yeah, well, I feel like, Stardew Valley, great topic. We could talk about all day, but I have a couple other topics I'd like to talk to.
Yes.
One of those is, speaking of the Switch.
Yes.
How do you feel about that newly announced Pokemon Let's Go?
Can't wait.
Pikachu and Eevee edition.
I'm gonna reserve Pikachu this week.
I'm going to go for Eevee.
I'm going Pikachu.
And that's fine with me, because who knows? Maybe the Switch will allow us to team up at some point.
I doubt it. My problem with I want to reserve it right now so I get those cute plushes that are coming with the game.
Yeah.
But I want to know the version exclusives first.
If
I can't get Pinsir, then I'm going to be very sad.
Oh yeah, because those are usually Pinsir and Scyther are usually version exclusives.
Yes.
I kinda would prefer to get a Scyther, so that's understandable.
And Growlithe and Vulpix.
Yeah, and there's more. I think Sandshrew and Ekans.
Yes, I don't really care about those two. They can wait, but Pinsir is a big one for me. If I can't get Pinsir, I'm gonna cry.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
And
You know what I think should be a version exclusive?
what should be a version exclusive?
Pidgey and Spearow.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
I mean, the only
Sure.
thing that I think kind of prevents that is the fact that Pidgey is a 3-stage, while Spearow is just 2-stage.
Two, yeah. Give Spearow a third stage. Call it Spearow, Fearow,
Lero.
I'm
No, that'd be
thinking of-
terrible.
Spearow, Fearow,
It doesn't matter, just some
yeah,
third stage.
something row.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a third stage. Yeah,
Give it
yeah,
a
yeah.
Mega.
Mega Spearow.
Mega Spearow. Fearow. Mega
Can you
Fearow.
Mega Fearow was in the first episode. Everyone thought that was Ho-Oh. Nope, that was Mega Fearow.
Makes sense. Solve the mystery.
Yeah, but I can't wait for that game. That was I saw that and I was like, I want it.
Mm-hmm. I still play Pokemon Go, so I'm kind of like I could get into this.
I picked it back up again as soon as I saw it. I was like, yep, I'm gonna play Pokemon Go again.
Have you been having fun catching all the 3rd generation?
Yes, ish.
Yes-ish.
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot
mean,
of
I've
rock
caught-
Pokemon because there's an event going on, I think.
Okay, so that's why I only see Ammonites.
Yeah, Ammonites. Like a lot of the fossil Pokemon are out and about. Aggron is one that's really popular, which is great because Aggron is a freaking beast.
Yes, I've seen Aron. I caught. I've been catching a lot. I caught a shiny Ammonite, by the way.
Oh, dude, I
Yes.
haven't been able to find any shiny Pokemon, so that is quite.
I didn't even
defining.
realize he was shiny until I caught him. There was like a star next to his name.
Nice.
that was cool.
Speaking of Pokemon Go, there's a Pidgeotto just out in the wild.
Oh, I don't have the game running right now.
I do.
Well, now you've made me pick up my phone to turn it on. Good job. I didn't do the gym today because I didn't feel like it.
No, that's fine.
But
The only thing about gyms is you get like some free coins that you can use for like incubators or what have you.
I didn't feel like battling today. I wanted to go home as soon as I got off work.
That's a fair statement. I mean, I
There's
kind of am like
there's
that.
4 gyms. There's 4 gyms where I work.
There's 4
Job
gyms by
1.
where I live.
There's 4 gyms at job 1 and there's 1 gym at job 2.
Oh,
And in order to get to that gym at job 2, I have to cross a very busy road, so I don't really do it.
I don't blame you.
Oh, look. There's an Ariados.
Ariados. Oh, the spider, the evolved form of Spinarak.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's also a Poochyena.
Pooch. I still need to get a Mightyena. I have yet to actually do that. I've been catching Poochyenas all over the place, but I have yet to actually get a Mightyena.
Poochyena fled. I hate him now. I hope he gets SARS.
That's all the Pokemon I had. A Pidgeotto and a Pidgey.
Do you like the what is it called? The field research or whatever?
Yes, I do. I think it's a really cool thing that they added onto it because now you kind of get some free stuff for actually completing it, which is awesome.
It gives you like things to do.
Yeah, it gives you incentives. I think it was exactly what Pokemon Go needed. And
I'm kind of stuck on one because I need to hatch 3 eggs, and I definitely don't walk around that much. I don't have free time to go walk around that much with Pokemon Go.
Yeah. I will say this. You can, unless it's one of the special field events for, like, the professor, but if it's something on your, like, if it's one of your daily tests or whatever, you can actually get rid of those and replace it with, like, another one.
Yeah, no, this one's for the professor.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm on the next set of quests. I need to evolve 20 Pokemon.
Oh my god, that's gonna take forever.
I actually am down
Well,
to
actually,
half of it.
You know what? That's not that bad because I
Nah.
mean, you catch a bunch of like Pidgeys and you can evolve them.
Bunch of Pidgeys, a bunch of Weedles, a bunch of Caterpies, Yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I am looking forward to Pokemon Let's Go. I am planning on getting Eevee. You're planning on getting Pikachu. I
Yes.
kind of want to get the little Pokeball device because that looks really fun.
It reminds me of the Pokewalker.
Yeah. Well, except it's full. I just hope it's not really expensive, like a $50 device.
It's gonna be expensive.
I hope it's not too.
It works as a controller. It's gonna be expensive.
Well, yeah, but it's like a special one, Switch thing controller. I think it's gonna be like $20.
I think it's gonna be $70.
I don't think it's gonna be nearly that expensive.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna say if it's $20, I will get it. If it's more than that,
If it's $20, then I'm absolutely getting it. But it's a controller. It's gonna work as a Joy-Con. It's gonna be really expensive.
I don't think it's gonna be like too. See, it's only like one Joy-Con, and I don't think it's gonna be compatible with a lot of things. Or it's gonna be awkward. I think so. I
want to play Mario Kart with that.
I don't think it's gonna work out too well, but hey, who knows?
That's what I said when I saw them using it, like to move and things.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wonder if I can play Mario Kart.
We'll see.
I wonder if I could play Breath of the Wild with this
Breath
Pokemon.
of the Wild with the Pokemon.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't, but I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
try to beat one of the shrines with the Pokeball.
Oh man.
It's like those people who beat Dark Souls with the Guitar Hero guitar.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up because I mean the Guitar Hero guitar technically it is a controller that does work for like any game. It's just really wonky.
I had a steering wheel controller for the N64.
Yeah.
And we were playing 4-player Mario Party with it.
Oh my god.
My brother was using the steering. He won. He won with the steering wheel. He'll never let me forget that, too.
I would not let you forget that either.
He's like, yeah, I won with the steering wheel. Remember that? And I'm like, yes.
That is amazing.
That steering wheel controller was a piece of garbage. It's Mad Catz was like the third party controller.
Yeah,
this is
remember.
below Mad Catz. This wasn't even Mad Catz.
Oh my god.
The rip-off of Mad Catz.
That is crazy. I can't believe it. So yeah, we'll see what the Pokeball turns out to be, how that works out.
I'm interested in it, but here's another thing I brought up when I saw that. I said, my goodness, that Pokeball can make sound. I'm sure the people at work will love me having that.
Yeah. I hope there's like a button you can do to like mute it because I have to imagine that they're gonna be like, okay, clearly if people are taking this around, they don't want it to be completely obnoxious.
You just had Pikachu go Pika Pika.
Yeah. You're going to school all of a sudden in the middle of class. It's just like Pika Pika.
Pika Pika.
Because it comes out in November. As far as I'm aware, it's next.
This November? I thought it was coming out next year.
Maybe, I don't know. But I just know that it's coming out during November. So,
birthday present for you.
Yeah. Actually, I think it is this year. It's like November of this year. So, it's going to be released around the time Pokemon gets released. It's going to be released when all the kids are in school. So I have to imagine anyone who gets it, obviously, there has to be a mute feature for it.
Well, there better be. Plus, it'll save battery.
Yeah, I would hope so. But anyways, it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, you're right. 11/16. November 16th.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's birthday.
Not quite my birthday yet. Still got a little ways.
I'm gonna get this game for my mom for her birthday, and then when she says, "I don't want this,"
you'll just take it.
Oh, well, thanks, Mom.
Let's see. I do have one more topic that I've wanted to talk about,
Uh-huh.
and I think we can do it. We'll just have this part go to 2 hours.
Okay.
So, there's one topic I wanted to talk about, completely mixing up everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay. How much do you know about Sega and all the consoles for Sega?
Enough.
Okay.
I guess.
That is probably enough for what we're gonna talk about. Because there is one thing that's eluded me for the longest time, and I've always wanted to talk about it.
Mhm.
Going back to video games and whatnot. So, I'm very aware of the Genesis. It's what I grew up with.
Yes.
I had it as a kid. I remember playing Sonic 2 all the time. I remember playing Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Had a lot of fun. There was a couple other games in there, but I digress. There was a console before that, the Sega Master System, and
That controller looks painful to use, by the way.
the only thing about it that I think everyone needs to know is essentially it was just an 8-bit like start for Sega.
It was better. It was more well received in Japan than it was in the United States.
I can believe that. I don't
And
remember a lot of it.
And I think, at least I know, because I know a guy from England. He has one, and I think that he said he grew up on that.
I didn't. I grew
So
up
I
with
don't know. I
Nintendo.
don't know if he's an anomaly,
He might be.
or is that like, or was the Sega Master System England's thing where that was instead of Nintendo?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't either. That's not what I want to talk about.
Anyway,
But you know, at the same time, gotta reference it because you know Sega made this, and it was I think it was a good start, but I never really grew up with it. I didn't even know about it. Something I recently, whoa, I got a notification from my computer. That was loud in my ears. Sorry about that. So yeah, no, not really too important. It is what it is. So Sega Genesis, pretty cool console. I do remember the Sega Dreamcast. I was about 12. I remember there was this kid that would talk about it in my class because he had one, and I kind of wanted one because it was like it looked kind of cool.
Come over and play mine.
All right, I will. I
have Shenmue.
And that's the only game that matter. Well, actually, there's a lot of games that matter.
I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely coming over.
What else do I have? I forget.
It doesn't matter. So I remember the Dreamcast, and that was a pretty cool system. That was like the PlayStation 2 for Sega, if I remember correctly. Like the Nintendo GameCube.
It was there.
Yeah. So, you know, that pretty interesting console. I remember it also had like Jet Set Radio.
Yes.
Which is a game that is really popular for the music, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't really like Jet Set Radio.
It has really good music. It has some pretty crazy tracks that are kind of like broken English.
Maybe
English.
maybe it's better on Dreamcast. I have a PC port of it, and it's just garbage. The controls are so hard. I hate the controls.
Well, I don't know. Point is, I know that's a game for it.
Yes.
Seaman. That's also
Yes.
That's also a game for it. But you know, that's that was the console that Sega went out with.
Yes.
And that was all right. It was kind of innovative, if I remember correctly.
It's the memory cards were a game in themselves almost.
Which is crazy.
I don't have the cool. I have the crappy Mad Catz one because it was significantly cheaper.
Fair enough.
But the memory cards were cool. They had like a kind of Tamagotchi kind of game to it.
Oh man, Tamagotchi! I'm getting some flashbacks. Let me tell you, Tamagotchis were not designed to be centered around like people's needs.
Yeah.
Because when I had a Tamagotchi, let me tell you, most stressful thing I've had in my life, I went to sleep. Next day when I woke up, it was dead. My Tamagotchi was dead.
It pooped all over the place.
I had to go to school. It was dead when I got home. You know, like this thing.
Yep.
Like it was like a weekend pet where you had to dedicate like a day just to manage like its food intake and stuff like that. I mean, WTF, mate? I need to go to school. I need to sleep. You know, I had necessities. This thing didn't care about any of those.
Well, my kids I knew, they took it to school and they'd play it in class, and they would often get the Tamagotchi taken away
Which
in class.
makes sense because you got to pay attention in school, you know.
And they're like, but my Tamagotchi's gonna die if you take it away. And they're like, I don't
Which
care.
is true.
And it did. I remember this one kid. He's like, it's dead now.
Hey,
Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. All of this is very accurate back in the day. But anyways.
I had one, but then I played with it for like a day and I was done with it.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I feel so bad my parents bought me one of those stupid things.
They're like
never played with.
$15 too.
They were expensive, those things.
Yeah. But they were popular.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a thing. But, you know, Sega, they had the Sega Dreamcast, and that was pretty alright. But there was one console that always eluded me, and I didn't know about it. Like, this period for, like, Sega just, like, came, and then it was gone. And it's like, there was the Sega Genesis, and then the Sega Dreamcast. But there was the Sega Saturn in between that. And I never really knew about it.
I had multiple opportunities to have a Saturn, and I just didn't have the money. And I was like, what can you play on a Sega Saturn?
And there's like nothing that really comes to mind.
You know what you can play on a Sega Saturn?
What's that?
Knights.
Knights?
Yeah, but you can also buy that on Steam. So why the heck would I buy Knights on a Sega? I don't know. I know a guy who swears by the Sega Saturn. Like, that's his favorite console.
The Saturn was essentially like the Nintendo 64 for Sega.
Yes.
And I think it was CD based.
Yes.
So it was kind of more along the lines of like the PlayStation.
Now here's another one for you. Did you know Sega had another console, but it didn't get released?
Are you talking about the Neptune?
Yes.
Okay, so I do remember the Neptune based on like AVGN episodes, and if I remember correctly, he was saying that it was essentially going to be a standalone 32X gaming console.
Yeah.
And what that means is, okay, there was this attachment for the Sega Genesis. It was called the 32X. And
that had a nice game too, by the way.
Yeah, it had its own individual games, but it was also backwards compatible with all the Sega Genesis games. But essentially, it was, I want to say it was kind of like just the expansion card to the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
But it was for the Sega Genesis.
And it required its own power adapter. It was annoying.
Yeah, so I guess like the idea was Sega was just going to release this console out on the market as its own thing, and it was going to be called the Sega Neptune. I don't know if it was also going to have like something for the Sega CD, like the CD attachment, but I don't think it was. I think it was just its own individual console for the 32X. Which I guess is kind of cool, but it all got scrapped. I guess it was pointless trying to make room for the Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
Wait,
here's another game you could play on the Sega Saturn. Shining Force 3.
Yeah, okay, I do know about Shining Force 3. It was not the last game in the series, but it was like the last numbered game in the series, and it looks really early 3D graphics, but at the same time wouldn't mind playing it. But it's a Japanese only game if I remember correctly.
Oh, I'm just looking at pictures of it, and it doesn't look like it's in Japanese. But
maybe it did get brought over, but I don't have a Saturn. And...
No, it's rated by the ESRB, so it's gotta be
okay.
American or North American.
Yeah, I just, this whole gaming console eluded me. I didn't even know it was a thing. Which is weird.
What about the Game Gear? Do you have a Game Gear?
No.
I have a Game Gear.
I know about the Game Gear because you told me about the Game Gear.
Yeah.
But it's like all these Sega consoles, I didn't even know they existed. Mainly the Saturn's the one that blows my mind because it's like, what the heck was this thing? What was out for it? Somebody
I knew
clue me
about
in.
the Saturn because I had like this cheat magazine,
Mm-hmm.
and it would have codes and stuff, and
Here's the
one of it was a Saturn codes.
Okay, the thing about it is that actually rings a bell because I occasionally did get these inside glimpses from reading like magazines, like gaming magazines, much like what you're talking about, and
Yeah.
it would have articles about the Saturn. But the thing is, yeah, it's just like it was kind of like reading a foreign language, like this game that's in beta that would be like printed in the magazine, like published, but at the same time, I don't know, nothing really came of fruition until you actually got it. Very similarly, there was like a beta for Ocarina of Time that was published in Nintendo Power, and I read it, and I was looking at all these screenshots. Of course, this was years after the publication of this article.
Yeah.
So, looking at this outdated information, I was looking at it and I was like, where are all these screenshots, like, for this Zelda game? Because I played Ocarina of Time and none of this is, like, in that. And I think the answer was it was all beta footage of Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I think I remember hearing it got, like, a huge overhaul in assets.
Right.
And it got changed a little bit, so the final product was pretty different from the beta, but I digress. Point is, yeah, the Sega Saturn is this console that blows my mind even to today, because I'm just like, oh my god, there was so much for it. I was completely oblivious to any of it. Even to today, if you like talk about the Saturn, I'm just like, what is all this stuff? Where was I when all this is happening? It has the best mascot for the system, if memory recalls. Which, you know, I didn't know about that until, like, the Nostalgia Critic did his thing talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Segata Sanshiro. You ever watch his commercials? They're amazing.
No, I've never actually
It's the
seen
manliest thing you will ever see. It's so good. It's just this one guy that comes in, he's got, like, his little, like, karate gi. Well, I think it's judo, but, you know, he's got his little gi on, and he just starts beating people up. Just starts using all these judo moves, and he beats them up, and it's like, you gotta play Saturn. That's all you're doing. You're gonna go do something? Hell no. Flips them over, beats them up, says, play Saturn. It's awesome.
Now I want to play Saturn so I don't get beat up.
Oh, it's amazing. But the thing is, there was a finale when the Saturn was starting to go like bye-bye, when it was starting to go out the window because the Dreamcast was happening. He ends up stopping, I think it's a nuclear missile.
He stops a nuclear missile.
Yeah, he stops a nuclear missile. He sacrifices his life to stop like a missile from hitting the building. He basically directs it into outer space, and he explodes with the missile, and it's really tragic. It's sad, and yeah, terrible, because that guy was amazing. And every day I think about that guy, it's inspiration for me to like stick to my diet and everything like that. Segata Sanshiro. It's amazing. Go watch the commercials.
Yes. That is a good point, because I don't remember those commercials at all.
I think they might have been Japanese only, because as far as I'm aware, a lot of them are just in Japanese.
And that's the ringer right there.
That's really depressing.
I don't think I ever remember a Sega Saturn TV commercial.
Yeah, I don't either.
I remember plenty of N64 ones, and I remember plenty of PlayStation ones, but I don't know any Sega Saturn ones. I don't think I can even remember a Dreamcast one.
I just remember it was coming out, and it was like a big deal.
I knew one guy who had a Dreamcast.
Same here.
and his controller was broken, so no one could play it.
But yeah, the Sega Saturn just completely got glossed over from my neck of the woods, and so I'm just like,
Yep.
What is this thing?
Exactly. I think where it was advertised was in like magazines and stuff.
Probably. That would make a lot of sense.
I didn't buy magazines. I was a kid. I don't want to read.
Yeah, you gotta go
just
up
wanna
to your
look at the
parents and be
pictures.
like, "Hey, Ma, can I get a subscription to Nintendo Power?" But obviously, my family was poor, so we didn't even do that.
I got a subscription to Game Informer.
I wish I had a subscription to Game Informer.
I really liked it. I liked those subscriptions. Those were great.
Man, that was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I gotta go eat. It's 9:15. I gotta go get ready for work. I gotta go eat. So it's 2 hours on the clock. So I'm gonna end the part off here.
Yes.
You got any departing words?
Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Or what was that? Hercules does
Nintendo-Hercules does
Yeah,
what
that one.
Nintendo-Hercules.
Sega does. Genesis does what Nintendo Hercules.
Yeah, that's it.